Hi, hello and welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I went with my mom to the book fair. It was Sunday. And I'm gonna show you the haul, all the stuff that I got. Of course, I didn't get a lot. I didn't mean to get a lot either. I set myself a maximum limit that I could reach finance-wise, so that I don't buy too much because I keep buying stuff a lot. So when I do, I tend to buy the stuff that I like for cheaper instead of huge prices, so that way I don't spend too much. But anyways, the book fair here is called Interliber or Liber, whatever the fuck, something like that. It's Interliber, and it lasts throughout a week or weekend, a couple of days, and it's usually around the middle of November, and a lot of people go to it. A lot of people travel from different cities to get to that book fair, which is, by the way, 2 minutes away from me, so I'm lucky for that. I forgot to mention it's once a year. Anyways, we had lots of fun, and I'm gonna just show you the little haul of all the stuff that I got now. So first thing is a little pop figure, Sally. And I'm gonna also get her out. This is the Christmas Sally. They had a regular Sally as well. She was holding some kind of a flower pot, which wasn't from the movie. It was... I couldn't really get a good look at it, but it don't look as good as the Christmas Sally, so I got this one for 15 euros. And this is her. Yeah, she has this little stand that is attached to her. And that's her. She's just really adorable, and I needed her. And maybe you may have saw in my background my Sally that I made recently over there. And I'm gonna display them together, of course. And it's a bit textured, like all the lines. You can feel the lines that it's dented in, and here on the dress as well, so that's pretty cool. That same stand, it was all the different kind of franchises and trinkets, figurines, notebooks, stuff like that. There was Nightmare Before Christmas, Mandalorian, aka Star Wars, oh, Batman, some of the DC stuff, some of the Marvel stuff, all different. And there was also a Valentine's special box in a shape of a heart. It was Star Wars, and inside of that heart you would get these little pop figures that are like this small. 4 of them. One of them was Ahsoka Tano, Grogu, Mando, and what was the 4th one? It might have been Kenobi, but I'm not sure. Next thing, I'll show you these little accessories, all handmade, that I got. So first I got a couple of badges. So this director card, I forgot how they like little director card, I forgot how these were called. A badge that's gonna go on my bag, and another one also probably gonna go on my bag, which is yeah, I forgot her name. If you guys would like to remind me of her name, you're free to. And then I got also 3 rings from the same stand. This big circular skull and a pill. It's all resin captured, I guess. And then Marilyn Monroe, of course. That's the first one that I picked. And then I got a 3rd extra ring, because all of this was 2 euros each. These ones specifically were 2 euros each. And so it would be 8 euros, but my mom wanted to spend 10 on that instead of 8. So she told me to get another thing for 2 euros, and that other thing was this ring, like a cogwheel inside. Yeah, it's very cute. Next things, I got actual books. The first one being the first Hunger Games book. And I cannot wait to read it. I finished that tattoo dictionary book, so I'm ready to start reading a new one. And I actually did start reading a new one. It will be this next one that I will show you. It has the tributes, little sneak peek. Winning means fame and fortune. Losing means certain death. The Hunger Games have begun. In the ruins of a place once known as North America lies the nation of Panem, a shining capital surrounded by 12 outlying districts. The capital is harsh and cruel and keeps the districts in line by forcing them all to send one boy and one girl between the ages of 12 and 18 to participate in the annual Hunger Games, a fight to the death on live TV. 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen regards it as a death sentence when she steps forward to take her sister's place in the games. But Katniss has been close to death before, and survival for her is second nature. Without really meaning to, she becomes a contender. But if she is to win, she will have to start making choices that weigh survival against humanity and life against love. Hopefully I will read this until the next Interliber, so I can get the second one. And then the third one. As you may not know, I am in love with the Hunger Games movies franchise, and I've never read the books, so I really want to read them. I want to read the books and compare how the movie is compared to the books, and how accurate it is. Although I heard that it's pretty accurate, but I wouldn't know because I didn't read the books yet. Okay, next one, which I already started reading, are Collected Ghost Stories by M.R. James. Well, I didn't even read the name of the Hunger Games books. You already know, I mean, it's Suzanne Collins, yeah. But still, this is by M.R. James, Mystery and Supernatural Role Ghost Stories. Basically, I was looking for a type of a horror, crime, mystery book because I'm really into crime and mystery, and I really want to have just some kind of murder mystery or spooky stories book, and I couldn't find any murder mystery. That was my top priority. Well, I may have found one or two, but those weren't really good. But this one is just spooky stories, and I always love spooky stories, so each one is about 10 pages to 15 pages long, and then starts the next story, and so on and so on. And I already started reading. I'm on the page 3 with my little bookmark that I made. This is the Mavis bookmark. The back isn't still painted. I made this like 3 years ago, and I was gonna paint the back black, and I just never got to it. I probably should, but I mean, I should, but I don't know if I will, because at this point it's been already 3 years. But yeah, this is my little Mavis bookmark. That's not a part of the whole. M.R. James is the king of ghost story writers, and this collection contains 30 of his masterpieces of underrated horror and chilling terror. The stories are classics of their genre. Among them are Casting the Runes, Oh, Whistle, and I'll Come to You, My Lad, Warning to the Curious, The Ash Tree, and Canon Alberic's Scrapbook. They are all designed to instill that satisfying sense of unease in the heart of the reader, which I love. I love that unsettling, just unease, adrenaline, heart-pounding moments. That's why I love horror movies and just crime documentaries, because I love that feeling that I get of that like fear and unease. It's not even really fear, it's more of just unease, sometimes disgust, and I love it. This is how all of it looks like. I don't know if I showed you fully. All of these books were between 12 and 15 euros, which this year they're higher in price. Usually they're always much cheaper, like 5 euros or 10 at most. Obviously there are some books that are also more expensive, but majority of the books usually at this book fair are cheap. This year they were more expensive, I'm guessing because of inflation that's happening right now here. And it sucks. But anyways, the next book is Frank Herbert's God Emperor of Dune. And this is not for me. This is for my boyfriend because he is obsessed with the Dune franchise. So I got him this. He already read all of it. But I asked him if he wants another one again and which one he would like to read, and he chose God Emperor as to him that was one of the best ones. And I watched the movies with him. He got me into it and I liked them. They're really interesting. More than 3,000 years have passed since the events first recorded in Dune. Only one link survives with those tumultuous, okay, I don't know that word, times. The grotesque figure of Leto Atreides, son of the prophet Paul Muad'Dib, and now the virtually immortal god Emperor of Dune. He alone understands the future, and he knows with a terrible certainty that the evolution of his race is at an end unless he can breed new qualities into his species. But to achieve his final victory, Leto Atreides must also bring about his own downfall. I struggled a bit there reading some of the words, but yeah, I'm not usually a reader. I've just started becoming, I think, a reader. Hopefully. My focus is terrible, so and I forget a lot very easily. So when I used to read books, although those were for the school, I would be forced to read those. I didn't want to, but we had to for school. And they were very uninteresting, which is probably a big factor why I couldn't read them. But still, my focus was terrible throughout it, and I would easily fall asleep, and I would have to constantly go back like several pages because I would forget what the fuck the plot is and what happened. So it was just dreadful, and it prolonged the process of reading a lot. So that's kind of why I got to this disdain for reading, but I'm getting back to it. We're gonna read some ghost stories now, and then we're gonna go into the Hunger Games. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it wasn't boring or anything. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see more content like this, I constantly do hauls and mini hauls, and even shopping with me, vlogs, art vlogs, other creative vlogs, draw with me's, doll related content, stuff like that. So yeah, subscribe and see you in the next one. Bye bye.